Welcome back to another episode of the United Score. Manchester United beating Newcastle 3-1 at home. Finally, we can say we have won a game that we should have won. I mean, we scored the first goal, and then it looked like when Newcastle scored back, I thought it was alright, here deja vu again. But this is a game that we needed to win to keep within proximity of Man City. City are 10 points ahead of us, and Leicester. Well, Leicester are at the same points, just goal difference. I think 3 points goal difference, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, actually, 4 points goal difference. So yeah, Manchester United. Now we have thing there on Thursday. We have Real Sociedad on Thursday. So we are we are fully already them 4-0. So what me I think them are gonna, all I gotta do is them are gonna probably play Amad Diallo, play people like Mata, probably play Greenwood, some players where not necessarily get the start. I mean no Dean is not gonna start on goal. Maybe Twanzebe. Who else? Player that were by the left back for Luke Shaw, what him name again? Alex Telles. Maybe Brandon Williams come on the right wing. So we never know. But we can experiment with the side. I just want to see, or hopefully to see Amad Diallo play or start the game on Thursday for us. But today's game was not one where we had a lot of pace, had a lot of wasn't vibrant. The game it lacked intensity, but in the second half we upped it a little bit. It wasn't the amount that I thought we should have upped it, but winning the game, I rather win the game and can comment on what we did wrong than losing the game and I comment because that doesn't add for the commentary in terms of the mood. So we won the game 3-1 and I see where in the defense we still need to work on defense because that was one of the weak points today. One of the weak points. So we need for sure up on this because at one point we see Maguire and Fred argue over defensive position. Fred was going for the ball. Maguire decided to want to clear it, kick it on Fred. And we never know what could have happened if the ball had gone somewhere else. So we can understand why Fred would have been arguing with Maguire. And first of all, he is the captain of the team, which is Maguire is the captain of the team. So I think he should be more mindful of what he's doing. But the partnership around there is always shady for me, and all I need for work on that, I need to give some chance to. I mean, I think I know why think they're not playing much. Eric Bailly because of his injuries, and uh, I can if we can manage to see out the season with Lindelof and Harry Maguire, fine. But we need to buy a pacey centre back because to cover Harry Maguire and when Aaron Wan-Bissaka pushed high and can't make it back, we can have somebody that can run and make the tackles. And we need somebody that's competent. I mean, Upper Mancano, Ghana, a Bayern Munich now, so we need to start scout and scout properly. So let's go into player ratings. We are going for, we can rate Ole first. I mean, Ole, uh, it was an okay team selection. I think all right. We have seen where the few selections of Daniel James have been reaping they have been reaping rewards for us. The few sections of Daniel James have been reaping rewards. So selecting Daniel James is a plus and was a plus today. Uh, I was actually having him as one of the man of the match contenders up until Bruno Fernandez and Marcus Rashford started adding a little extra spring to their step. So, Ole, for your team selection, I give a 6. It wasn't a 7 game today. It wasn't a 7 game, so that's 6 I forgive. Alright, we go with David De Gea. Alright. David never have a bad game, actually. It wasn't the only mishap for me what I said about David's game was the fact that the goal that went in, I know the ball where Saint Maximin's kick towards goal wasn't a powerful shot per se because it bounced and it miscued off his foot. But I believe he should have had a stronger hand towards goal to make that stop. Just my perspective. So for me, David De Gea is a six, and he saved us quite a few times, at least 2 or 3 times today. He saved us from conceding, and that was a plus. So for me, David De Gea is a six. I go with Aaron Wan Bissaka. Aaron, we saw you finally take a shot outside the box today, which for me was a plus in terms of you pushing up. Your game was just an alright one. It wasn't anything out of the ordinary. Based on how we started the game, it was very slow, and we never had the intensity. So for me, for you, is a six too. Victor Lindelof. I saw a lot of errors around the back, a whole heap of errors around the back, and we need to tighten up on. We need to tighten up on those areas because we can't afford for City get too far away from us. I mean, they are far, but 10 points, who knows? Who knows? We have them to play too, so when we play them, we might have them at least 7 points adrift, and who knows what other slip ups they might have. So we have to be mindful of that. We have to control the game. We have to control around the defense. So for me, I was gonna give Lindelof a 5, but I'm gonna just be generous and give him a 6. Alright, then I go to Harry Maguire. Alright. Harry Maguire actually never have a bad game per se for me. He had bits and pieces of the game when I say, Harry, them passes the way I make and them positions that we take up in the defense was poor. But then again, I saw aspects of your game where I had to say, Harry can do better. Based on what you just did, you can do better. So for me, also Maguire 6, but the defensive positioning on the team need to fix, and you are around there, so you need to work on that. All right. We are going to Luke Shaw. All right. Luke again was a consistent player for the team. We saw where he was making a lot of 1-2s with Rashford, and we saw where he made some intricate passes in the team, just that the players up front never take liking to the passes, meaning they never took the opportunities that he gave them, and the ball just never did much. But I mean, the build up at the times was from you. So for me, Maguire 7, because you have been consistent, and you are actually, you and Bruno are gonna be Manchester United player of the season. So, but more than Bruno still, because of how we know Bruno's impact. But yeah, you are a strong contender. We'll go with Fred. Our center defensive midfield player. Also was a mixed game. See where you give away the ball a lot. We saw where you recovered it quite a few times, and you made the passes that you make are not always critical or crucial to the development of the play. But we saw you made a lot of interceptions and all that. So for me, your game is a 6. Your match can control the center. I mean, you guys played slow, but yeah, that's 6. Nemanja Matic. Alright, Matic was a slow game. It was a slow game, I should say. Yeah, we can't really comment much on what I saw from you because, I mean, you made some runs up front that were really good, and I have to commend you based on that. And it, at the times, I was expecting a greater outcome from the runs, some runs that you were making and some passes that you were making, but it just never happened. But for me, games is a solid 6. Can't complain. Yeah. Move up to the players them now where actually made us win the game. Well, everybody did, but the ones who had a say in the goals. I mean, Harry Maguire didn't he have an assist for Rashford? Yeah. Alright, to go to Daniel James. Alright, Daniel, I actually liked the fact that you had a mindset of running at Newcastle. So that for me was a plus. You were not afraid to press Newcastle, and that is what we want to see from you. I mean, you running with the ball sometimes you literally run into the defenders, but today it was a different aspect where you actually wanted to have the ball up there and provide the ball up there. So for me, Daniel James is a 7 for him goal and the gameplay. So yeah, Daniel, you were actually one of the players I had as a contender for the man of the match. But yeah, that's 7 from me, Daniel. Alright, so Bruno. Bruno Fernandez, a very poor first half. Second half, he had a little toe to the ball that went to Daniel James, and then him score it. So them little something there where Bruno had do for Manchester United. It might not be anything extravagant, but some even look I said the little toe where him had today, and he go to Daniel James and Daniel James scored. Those are little things that we need to see effort, like what Bruno put out, feed a goal score, and then he went on and converted the penalty that Marcus Rashford gave to him. So for me, Bruno Fernandez, I mean, the first half wasn't all that, but and the second half was okay, was better, I should say, better, was way better. We saw a lot of runs and I mean, Bruno Fernandez, him making passes is not always gonna come off, but a lot of times they are crucial. So for me, it was between a 7 and 8, more 7.5. I don't give point 0.5. So for me, Bruno is a 7, and he is the man of the match today for the game. So yeah, Bruno, go on do your thing. Marcus Rashford, because of how the game went and the pace of the game and what was happening in the first half and the second half, um, the scoring is not gonna be up there because, as I said, it wasn't anything where I can say we dominated. We did dominate ball possession, yes, but the final balls and the movement of the ball was poor. One of the time we see, I think it was Rashford, Shaw, and I don't remember who else was there. Maybe it was Matic. I'm not sure, but they were all there standing up. We were in possession of the ball, and Allen was on the left standing up. So but Rashford, that first goal was wicked, skillful. We saw he did a lot of skill on the ball today. But well, express if we are gonna win the games like this, express yourself. We're not afraid to say express yourself. And then you gave us a chance to win the penalty, and we did get it and scored it. So for me, you gave it a 7. So the man of the match was between you, Bruno, and Daniel James, and for me, Bruno take it. So Bruno are the man of the match. So yeah, Anthony Martial. This one is a tough one. You are the number 9. I think your movement at times on the day today was okay. You gave away the ball quite a few times. You see, you hit the deck a lot. Was an alright game. Can't complain. So for me, Anthony Martial is a 6. Who else came on? And for subs we had number 11 Mason Greenwood. We had actually name short tire. We had our 17-year-old. We had Juan Mata. But the only person I can really grade is Mason Greenwood because he came on way earlier. Mason will look bad. I mean, if it was Mason of old, he would have probably scored a 1 or 2. But for me, it's a 6. So I think he will be playing on Thursday. So hopefully he does, and then he can score 1 or 2, 3, 4 maybe, and then boost him confidence. So yeah, Manchester United again beating Newcastle 3-1, 3-1. So we are still at second place, 10 points behind Man City, and goal difference +4 goal difference ahead of Leicester City. So now we need to continue winning. I mean, we have Thursday game, and then we have Real Sociedad on Thursday, and then we have, I think, we have back-to-back games, one against Chelsea, one against I think Crystal Palace, and then we have City. So our games are not going to be easy, but we need to just maximize and capitalize on them. So yeah, that is it for the United score. Man U beating Newcastle 3-1. So still in second place is a positive, is a plus. So don't forget to like, share, comment, and hit the subscribe button, people. Hit the subscribe button. Alright, so see you on Thursday.